Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today. I'm told it's super easy to do at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Learn more and get a quote at usaa.com/bundle. Restrictions apply.
Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. I am so happy that you decided to join us. If you like this podcast, you should go over and listen to a bunch of the other ones in our network, with like the 5-minute basketball coaching podcast, or high school hoops, or coaching youth hoops. All of those are, I think, interesting, and we would love if you left a 5-star review. You can leave those 1-star reviews at home. But before we jump into the topic today, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish. Mention Coach Unplugged and you'll get $450 off. You'll get great customer service. It is, I can tell you from someone that's still coaching, it has helped my team immensely. I can't tell you the number of shots that we have taken on our Dr. Dish machines. And then also go over and check out Teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 25 years ago, when I took over a program that no one wanted, that had 5 winning seasons in 35 years, I was the only applicant. No one wanted it. I would have killed for a resource like Teachhoops.com. It took me years to turn it into a national powerhouse. And I have put all that secret sauce inside of Teachhoops.com. So come over and check it out. 14-day free trial. It will give you the roadmap. It will give you me. It will give you one-on-one calls and office hours and a community of like-minded coaches. I think you'll love it. Let's head off to the podcast.
There's pictures on the wall. It's hard to hide from winning state championships.
Yeah.
So
once you start winning, people know, like, you come
right. And then there's numbers on the wall. There's pictures on the wall. It's like, you're not going to hide from it. So let's face it and let's go try to do it. So it makes the target bigger, but it makes it more competitive, I think.
So do you give yourself, like, when going into the year, like, you don't have the same dogs as you did as?
No, I always think we're going to be good. That's part of my problem.
Never let that, like, creep in your head, like, well, you're giving like
when it does, I'm done. I told the boys that at our postseason meeting when I had everybody together. I said, if I don't think we can win next year and go to the state tournament, I won't be standing here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I delusional sometimes? Maybe a little bit, but I'm not lying to them. I'm being honest. I believe.
Because otherwise, what's the point?
What's the point? Yeah.
But like, I guess,
and to be honest with you, we're like the 4th or 5th largest high school. We have a shot just about every year.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we have built the culture, we'll have enough players probably. Yeah, there's teams coaches would say that and they would look at them like they were a Martian because they know that it's not true. Right. My guys aren't thinking it's not true. It would have been a stretch. We would have had to been shooting the ball a lot better than we were. And then some other things would have had to happen for us to do it this year, but it could have happened. We had the pieces.
Yeah. I guess more for like your own sanity, like at the end of the year when you get knocked out early, it's like, well, like to yourself, you're just like, well, there's a couple.
I still don't do that. My AD, who used to be my assistant, will do it.
Okay.
He did it a couple years ago. He goes, "You weren't really that good, Steve." I go, "Yes, we were." So
that's good. Well, the kids buy into that. Kids taste the sense that, like,
Yeah, it's not BS. It's really not BS.
Yeah.
It's really not.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How much an issue I have with coaching sometimes is I like to get more competitive. Like I'll like villainize another team in my head just so I'm like, I want to beat this. Do you do that at all? Like villainize other coaches, other programs?
Oh, well, I don't have to villainize it. We've won so much that everyone hates us anyway.
You what so much?
We've won so much that everyone hates us anyway, so it's not like anybody loves us. No, I mean, the problem is they all play together. It's hard to do that like the old days.
Yeah.
I mean, I have done it in the past, but it just depends on the team. And it doesn't work as well as it used to.
Right.
It used to work a lot better. So I don't know if that's the generation we're dealing with or.
Do you ever get it like for me, like I'll always ask high schoolers like what their sports team record is, and they can almost never tell me. I'm like, how do you not know your record?
Well, they don't even know who they're playing next.
Right. It's like, how do you – it's like –
Dude, I can tell you my high school – yeah. Anyway, I know.
I don't know why that changed, but –
it's because they're playing so much. It'll be interesting what this non-AAU summer season does.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
The other question I have, like during a game, does every coach on the bench, like I'm sure they all have a certain role, but like what is your main role? And then like who are you going to like for in-game like changes like for your –
Yep. So I'm asking all of them. I want input.
Okay.
Now that's changed over time. And it's changed over time because I'm more secure in my coaching.
Yeah.
Because I want machine gun information and then I decipher it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried about subs. I'm worried about what we're running. That's what I'm worried about.
Those are your two main roles.
Yep. And then I have another coach that's keeping track of timeouts, fouls, all that kind of stuff. I have another one keeping track of possessions, if we have scored consistently with something or not, if they have scored consistently on something or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have another assistant who's just kind of watching like me.
Like your backup eyes?
Yeah, he's kind of my backup eye, like especially with subs and stuff.
Yeah. Subs like you get lost sometimes. Like things are happening and they're like, oh, I got to get this guy in. Like,
yeah, we play 18-minute halves, so there's a lot more subbing for us because it's more like a collegiate game.
Okay.
Because you can't play 36 minutes really. So you need a rest in both halves, if at all possible. To be effective, you need a rest. So that's become a bigger part of my, I don't know how coaches coach and don't sub. Some people I've seen it
really
happen. Yeah.
They just grind their players.
Yeah. Or have somebody else do the subbing on the bench. I think it's just such an important thing to do. So
this is kind of like a specific question, but I've seen coaches do one way and the other way. But do you cuss or swear ever? Well, as a teacher, which is possible, or coach, like do you?
Do
like,
I?
Yeah.
Very rarely.
Really?
Very rarely.
Wow.
Very rarely. I mean, I've never cussed in my class. I mean, Jesus Christ, if you think that's swearing. I say that once in a while, and they'll mock me about it because I say it. But no, I mean, I literally can't remember last time I actually swore.
As a teacher?
Well, no, as a coach even.
Really?
No.
Even like,
I mean, I'll yell at them. I'll get mad at them, but I won't swear.
I just feel like that's become so common with guys I've been coaching around and like.
I just don't do it. I just don't do it. And I think,
it's good.
It's a vocabulary thing. I can get my point across. I don't need to swear at you to get my point across. I mean, it will slip once in a while. It slips with the kids too. So it's whatever, but I'm not. Nah.
Think your assistants like have issues with that or no?
That me not swearing or me
swearing? No, do they swear, your assistants?
No. We're all pretty mellow. Yeah, I mean, no.
I was just curious. I mean, that's good. You get the most out of them. So.
I don't think you need to swear to get your point across. Is the
right?
Point.
No.
And the problem is, you can't yell at them if you want them to. If you want them to listen to you, you can't yell at them consistently. Now, when I get mad, then they know, holy crap. But I don't do that very often. So when I do it, it's like, ooh, it has much bigger. I want the effect of it.
Because you don't do it as often.
No, I mean, I think I yelled at him. I'd have to ask, maybe once or twice all season at halftime. Like literally let him have it. just because I was just trying to jumpstart them. I thought it might work. I think it worked once and didn't work once. But I didn't swear at them. I just got mad, called a couple kids out that weren't doing what they needed to do. But again, I'm not going to embarrass a kid. I mean, that's not
right. Yeah, and you know that from experience.
Yeah.
So then, like when someone's not doing what you want them to do, like
I sit them.
Yeah, you just sit them. Simple.
I mean, it's the easiest teacher in the.
Yeah. But in
There's
practice,
a couple guys I just pulled and I just sat them a half. I mean, I just pulled them and they just sat the rest of the half. They got the point. I didn't have to yell at them.
Right. So like in practice, though, like when you're like, this is not what we're looking.
I'll sub them out. I'll get them out of my green group and put them in the white group.
So you just have like the green group.
Yeah, we have green. Our colors are green and white. So green tends to be my starters. I'll just pull you out of green and put you in white. There you go.
It's just simple. And it's like you're not mad or whatever. It's like, all right, you're not.
Go white. That's all I'll say. That's me. Go white.
Just straightforward.
And then I'll say, you know, Julian, go green. And I'll flip them. And then it's like, oh, coach ain't happy with what I'm doing. Nope, I'm not.
Will he get to come back into that group?
Depends on how he reacts to me putting him in white.
If he pouts, like
if he pouts, he ain't going back in, and then he might not the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's subtle, but it's like you're calling him out, but you're not embarrassing him per se.
Right.
You know.
The other guys will know what the standard is. Like, all right, the standard is we do this.
Yeah. And like showing up late, I bet I had 5 guys not start because they showed up late for something. If you show up late to something, I mean, I just can't handle people that are late. Now, there's issues. The car breaks down. There's a winter storm, blah, blah, blah. You call me. But, you know, when we do our shoot-arounds, at 7:45, if you ain't in the gym at 7:45 and we play that night, I'm not starting you.
When will they get to come in then?
Well, when I decide I need to put them in. Sometimes it'll be a minute. Sometimes it'll be 30 seconds. You know, sometimes it'll be their first offense. Sometimes it'll be their third offense. If it's their third offense, they're going to sit a while. Just don't be late.
You don't make blanket, like, not punishments, but you're kind of like, you kind of do it.
No, I have a thing about don't be late. Like that is my thing. That's like literally my thing. If you're late and you're a starter, you're not starting. If you're not a starter, then you're not going in when you normally go in. And if you do that early, fixes it. Because then you're not ready to play. How am I going to, when I call your number to go in the game, how do I know you're going to be ready to go?
Welcome. Sorry to interrupt the podcast, but before we jump back in, I want to give a big shout out to 2 of our sponsors. First of all, Game Changer. If you're looking for places to manage your schedule, to schedule practices, to keep track of stats, to live stream, which was, I don't remember, I think I was visiting my son it was like parent weekend or something, and I was live streaming, watching my team in the fall league. It was awesome. One of the parents was doing it, but go over and check it. It does highlight tapes. It helps with your scheduling, which I always find is a pain. So go over and check that out at gc.com/coaching youth hoops. And then also go over and check out Curve. What keeps me up at night are the, especially now with the flu and season and cold season, are they taking care of themselves? What I'm pumped about is this Curve kind of listen to the people that wanted what they wanted. And it's kind of this AI powered sports science platform, which deals with mental health, deals with sleep and nutrition and injury prevention. And it all puts it and it's trusted by the pros. It's all kind of in one spot. Now it's available to high school, and this free trial is awesome. coachingyouthhoops.com/health to get your free trial. You won't regret it. Trust me when you go over and check it out. All right, let's head back to the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all. And the only reason I do the shoot around in the morning, the day of a game, is to get them mentally ready to play the game that night. We don't get anything out of that shoot around. Like 15 minutes before school starts, they're shooting free throws. They're in their travel gear. It's more get up, get dressed, know you got a game tonight, focus that you have a game tonight. Let's go. That's the only reason I do it.
Getting them locking in for the game.
I do.
So at the beginning of the season, like, will you always be like, all right, this is their standards for our team? Or is it just...
and I'll go through them. And the thing is, I don't really even have to go through them anymore.
Right.
Because the older guys tell the younger guys that don't be late. Usually I let the first one drown a little bit, and then I'll just run the crap out of them. And then I'll say, from now on, if you're late, you sit. Everybody. So I usually make a sacrificial lamb, and then that person's late, and then no one's late after that. And again, it's just it seems silly, but it's just literally being late is one of my pet peeves. And I'm not sure why. I think my parents taught me well on that.
Yeah.
But, you're not going to show up late for an interview. You're not going to show up late to your wedding. You're not going to show up late to the birth of your child. When things are important, you show up on time. Now, I have kids on buses. I have kids that show up. Fine. If you're on the bus and you're going to be late, then just call me. That's the other thing, is when they don't communicate, not in school, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you guys are not. Yeah. So I make a big deal about that. It's like, you can Snapchat me. I don't care, but just let me know what's going on. So,
right. No, that's good. I think I have like 2 questions left. If you
no problem.
Thank you so
I'm just
much.
writing. I'm literally writing down. I'm writing down notes because I thought of something I need to do for one of my guys. Okay, go ahead.
That's perfect.
I have to write a letter of recommendation for NHS, and he sent it to me yesterday. And if it gets lost in my email, it just works its way down.
Right. Okay. Well, that one was good. I was trying to. This one I lost. But okay, what are non-negotiables for being a good head coach? Was one, like, if you just had to make like a short list of like
non-negotiables. You got to be able to deal with kids. You have to be able to deal with parents. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to deal with community. You have to be able to deal with success and failure. And you have to be able to communicate. If you communicate, it will deal with most of it. Now, part of being a head coach is finding the right community that will support you, not try to fire you. Because, I'd make more working at the gas station than I do coaching basketball at the high school. It's like, seriously. You don't do it for the money. You do it because you love the game. But some communities think you're literally coaching the Bucks or the Bulls. Right. So part of it's finding the right mix. That's the reason I haven't left. I found the right mix. I found a community that would work, a community that would support, an administration that would support,
Yeah. We just had like a new head coach hired at the Coach I high school, or I coach at, and like, it's like a high performing school. Like, most of our sports do pretty well. And like, one thing that I can tell that he does is he like really takes in too much of what everyone's saying. And like, cause he's a new head coach. So I guess like, how do you balance like taking.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I found a kid who swings a golf club like a dream. I'd like to try to qualify him for the U.S. Amateurs.
Coming to Apple TV Plus.
What's your name?
I'm not into older guys, but I'm flattered.
A new comedy series, Stick.
I don't want to go on this trip.
Your mouth's saying one thing, but those eyes are saying something else.
From the home of Ted Lasso.
This is your shot at redemption? This is your mulligan?
Owen Wilson.
This game takes and it takes. The game's finally giving me something back.
Stick.
You know Arnold Palmer?
Iced tea, lemonade, mix it.
I'm missing a nap for this.
Streaming June 4th on Apple TV Plus.
I don't know. Like, how do you allow?
You got to find your people that you can bounce it off.
Yeah.
Maybe it's your AD. Maybe it's your assistant coaches. Maybe it's your friends. You got to have people that, is this rational? Is this irrational? Everybody's got an agenda in life. Don't let them fool you. The dad that's running your youth program has an agenda. He might be the nicest guy ever. He's got an agenda. They all got agenda.
Deal with that, like when you know that, like everyone's like trying to, whether it be like his kids coming through at some point, or
right, they got an agenda. That's fine. Let's be honest about it, And it's like, I've cut 2 or 3 kids from my program that parents ran the youth program. It's like, They were good enough.
And that's good. Like that's I think a good precedent. Like,
it does.
That's gotta be hard then, because then like this guy's like a.
Oh, you gotta have a pretty thick skin to do this too. If you want to add something to your list, if you don't have a thick skin and you take this thing personal, it's I mean, not every kid I've coached loves me. Maybe not. I wouldn't even know the percentage, but I've just done the best I can do, and that's all you can do.
Be consistent.
Be consistent and communicate. That's how they get you. If you don't communicate, it's how they get you. Now, there's exceptions to that rule, but it's like, well, he didn't tell us about the youth program. He didn't tell us about summer workouts. He didn't tell. You got to over communicate. It doesn't have to be a two-way communication,
right?
But you have to over communicate, and that's what I tell young coaches: is like over communicate. Hey, here's when the bus leaves. Here's when it's going to be when you can pick up your kid, especially like you're a freshman coach. Here's what we need for lunches. Here's what we need. You got to over communicate, which is part of the organizational thing that you said you maybe need to work on. You have to map out the entire year. It's like
the communication schedule too.
Want to keep sending stuff out because the way they get mad because of playing time, but the way they can come after you is we didn't know about this. We didn't, he doesn't talk. He doesn't treat the kids right. He talks down to them. He screams at them, blah, blah, blah. That's how they get you.
Right.
So then you got to just take those things off the table for them.
So do you communicate through email mostly to parents and stuff?
Yeah, I have a parent rep. So everything goes through my parent rep.
Okay.
So she, she's the one I was emailing about the tickets and stuff. So I will communicate, but again, don't do what I do because especially with this, because it's like at this point in my career, it's like I'm probably not going to get fired unless I do something stupid.
Yeah.
And if they fire me, like I said, I'll go fishing. I'm okay with it. So there's a sense of freedom when you get to that point in your career. Like if I don't coach another basketball game, my life's okay. I'm okay.
Right.
I've done what I needed to do. So, so that I'm at a different point. I remember your point, and it's like, yeah, you probably want to do the communication. You can use, my niece works for an app called Remind.
Oh yeah. I use Remind.
So that's gone up. She's quarantined, but it's gone up really well. It's like number 3 download. So that's an easy way to communicate with them. Just send out stuff fast. You can schedule it. You can literally schedule out the whole year. Like, here's when the bus is leaving. Here's when here's our next game. Make sure they're getting to bed. Blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have my assistant do a bunch of Snapchat stuff too. I do a little bit of that, but
social media I feel like has gotten out of hand. It's
crazy.
So much. There's so much you could do.
I know. I've been doing daily TikToks to try to keep.
I saw that. Like when I was just like checking it.
I'm just trying to keep them laughing. To be honest with you, I know. So it's pretty funny.
But it's like that is one thing I would for sure delegate. If there's anything I would delegate, it's the social media, because that stuff is like takes me so long where I know like someone can do it way faster than me.
Yeah, you got to trust that person. But yes.
Oh right.
Yes. You want to trust that person,
or just like set very clear like this is the type of stuff I want you to post.
Yeah, and there's apps out there that you can schedule your half my stuff goes out programmed out. It's like I think I'm through April right now. Yeah, like the end of April, 18th, 19th, I got all my social media programmed out till then.
All right. I think I'm down to the final question.
All right.
This is I don't know if you normally do phone calls these long.
I don't, but that's okay. I'm more than willing to help. I mean, I really am.
So yeah, 2 years, like I said, before I start teaching and coaching, probably is a paid role. Like what would you say is like an experience skill, or besides kind of like the basketball stuff, or additional reading I should do to prepare myself? Like I think communication is definitely one thing I'm definitely want to get better at.
Yep.
Like effective communicator, but I don't know if like before you started, like if you could tell,
communication is going to be big. You got to be able to talk at the banquet. You got to be able to do all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm just so used to it at this point. What's your plan for next season?
Well, I got to find either like an aide job or something, because I'll be working on my master's.
You need to go find who's the mover and shaker, and try to get on their bench. Like volunteer. Say, I'll come. I can come to practice. I can help. I don't need to get paid. That's who you need to do. Like if you were in Madison, come help me out. If you get vetted, it's like that kind of stuff. It's like, people got to get vetted through my AD and stuff. But it's like,
Right.
shoot, people want to help. I can always find a spot for people who want to help.
So just join like a varsity program.
I would try to find a varsity. I mean, and I've said this on my podcast. I am the coach I am because of the 7 or 8 people I've been under.
Mhm.
Like my high school coach, my college coach, Larry Tranberg, Mike Fisher, Bruce Dom, all these people that taught me something along the way. I learned a little bit from all of them. And then that's who I became as a coach. So you want to get as many different, like, ooh, I like what he does. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I like that. That's why I'm saying you want to go find somebody that, because you'll learn so much just sitting on the bench and helping, because you'll see what you like and what you don't like. That. You're not going to question the coach, but you're going to go, I like how he does that. I like how he does this. I don't know if I like that. So, a couple of the guys I've been under were Hall of Fame coaches. It's great. I learned some things from each of them, like Bruce Diamond. Wasn't really an X and O guy, but he was an unbelievable motivator, and he could deal with kids better than any person I've ever seen. Well, I tried to grab a little bit. I mean, I'll never be Bruce, but I can grab a little bit of that. Then Mike Fisher was an X and O, break everything down, organized guy. Grab a little bit of that. Larry Tranberg was this unbelievable guy, Hall of Famer, and I learned a little bit from that. He was like an experienced coach. That's what you got to do, is like try to find a bench that you can sit on. It'll be better than any book, any video, anything that you can find.
But like a really good program, like just find one of the best programs around.
And I would just shoot off, find 10 of them, shoot some emails off, and see who responds.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm interested. If you're running summer camps, I'll come help. Part of it is you're going to have to first of all, no one's going to turn you down for the most part, probably, because you're not going to ask for any money.
Right.
They might find some for you eventually, but if you don't ask for any money, and everyone's looking for help. It's not like we're your Duke,
Right.
So you just want to learn, and you're not my age. If I call them, they think I'm crazy. But if you call, it's like you're a young coach. You want to learn. Great.
Right.
I mean, I talked to a coach the other day that might get another job in our league. He's a young coach. I'll help him. I don't care. I mean, I'm old at this point. I might be coaching against him next year. I don't have any secrets. I'll share all that stuff with him. Yeah. So, it's the game's not that complicated. You put this round thing in this round, it's not that difficult. Just put it in more than the opponent.
Right. Yeah. You're dominant.
But the thing is, if you can get into a program, you'll learn the nuances of it.
Right.
I wouldn't go get a program that's 0-22 and consistently bad.
Right.
It doesn't have to be the top program. It can be a program that's right. I mean, just ask around. It won't take that long.
Yeah, there's one right by my house. Prospect is pretty good.
Ooh, they're very good.
John Camardella, like he's a Hershey grad, but you've heard of them?
Oh yeah, they're good.
Yeah, it was literally like in my backyard, like that. I could walk.
That would be easy then.
Yeah, it's just a rival high school. That's fine. I should.
I mean, if you want a job, it's just another connection too. You never know.
Yeah, that's great. All right,
Coach. Happy birthday.
Thanks so much, Steve.
You're welcome. Anytime.
And then as I get going, I'll keep looking on Teachhoops. I know you got a lot of good stuff on there.
All right. Awesome. See ya.
Have a great day.
Yep. Bye.
Hey, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you love it and you want to support us, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. 14-day free trial as we talk. Subscribe, like, jump up and down, do whatever you got to do. Those Apple podcasts mean a lot to us. I read every one of them. Have a great day.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.
Memorial Day doorbuster deals are here at Lowe's. Right now, Rewards members save $80 on the Master Forge 4-burner gas grill, now just $149. Plus, Rewards members save $900 on the Lowe's exclusive Hisense French door refrigerator, now only $999. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/26. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at Lowe's.com/terms. Subject to change.